Hello guys, welcome to Check on English. My name is Gerson, but you already know that. You remember we are working with a very special project and is my English immersion program classes. That's the reason why I'm changing some Spanish classes for complete English, because I need to explain some information, some lesson plans, but they need to be completely in English. And I would like also my co-workers, my co-partners, if they have their groups, to share these videos with your students. With that being said, we're going to start right away with the lesson today. And I don't know if you remember, we were on page 73. We finished with that. And remember that what we are doing is helping with the exercises, how you're going to develop them, and how can you work from home with these units that we are going to be working with. So we're going to go over page 74, right? Let's go ahead and start right away with this. We didn't have time to waste. Let's go to page 74, right? Page 74. Probably you don't see that from there, but let me zoom it here so you can see it. Put it a little bigger. There you go. So page 74, and on page 74 we have a listening, right? We have listening. Remember, with this listening exercise, what you can do in your houses is to search for some videos on YouTube or whatever other platform like Facebook, or you can just write me on WhatsApp about these audios, because I cannot share them here in the YouTube channel. So approach to your teachers if you have, or meaning if you are in the program, approach to your teachers and ask them for the listenings so you can practice from home. Describing hometowns. That exercise, it's basically to help you develop some skills about your town. I don't know if you know what is a town or you remember what is a town. It's not really difficult, because a town it's not a city, it's a small congregation of people. Yeah, like that. A city, it's very big, it's extremely big. Well, that is going to be also based on perspective, but we have cities and we have towns. Towns are very small, and they're not like the capital of a country. They are just smaller than cities. We have then exercise number 5, right? That was exercise number. Wait, hold on. Where am I? Here. That was exercise. What am I doing here? Exercise number 4, which was the listening. Alright. Remember to practice with some videos, etc. Then we have the writing exercise. Remember, I keep on telling you every day that is good for all of you to practice in your houses about writing. Writing, it's very important because it's one of the number one things that are going to help you increase your vocabulary. The more you practice writing, the more vocabulary you learn. That's something you need to remember like forever. Then you have a specific topic here. A great place to live. There you have a great place to live. Here, what you're going to do basically is to write an article. All right, you are going to write an article about interesting places. You can write them based on the Dominican Republic, or you can write them based on your home country, whatever country, that will be okay. All right, so there is no problem with that. There is no problem with that. So let's move forward with the next exercise, because like I said, we don't have time to lose, right? We're gonna move forward to next exercise. That was exercise number 5. Let me write it here, exercise 5, period. And then we're going to go over exercise number 6. Let me explain what this exercise is about. Snapshot, right? Snapshot. In this exercise, you have 6 world famous landmarks, right? 6 famous landmarks. Now, what is a landmark? That is very easy to explain. Landmark is one particular place in your country or in your city that it's known worldwide. Like everybody knows about that place, and people visit that place because that place is extremely beautiful, or is talking about history. It's a very important place in history, in humankind. Like in exercise number 1, you have the picture number 1, right? It's the Grand Canyon in Arizona. A lot of people visit Arizona only to see the Great Canyon. Also in Paris, we have the Louvre. I think that's the pronunciation. If someone knows French, you can tell me if that's the pronunciation. The Louvre, the Louvre, the Louvre, the Louvre. That's French. That's a little difficult to pronounce for me because I speak English and Spanish. So for me, it's better to those 2 languages. Picture number 3, the pyramids. Right, listen, the pyramids, it's something that is worth seeing. It's something that is talking about humankind. It's unbelievable how people built these pyramids in the middle of a desert. So that's one of my favorite landmarks. Number 4, we have the Colosseum. The Colosseum in Rome, Italy. Right. Number 5, we have Sugarloaf Mountain in Rio de Janeiro. Something beautiful. And then number 6, we have the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal. Yeah, there you go. Taj Mahal. That is in India. So it's very good for all of you if you want to practice exercise number 5, right? You can use exercise number 6 to write about these exercises. You can use it like completely very well for all of you to practice your writings. You can write about the pyramids of Egypt, you can write about the Great Canyon, etc., etc. Good things and bad things about these places, if they are great places or some other kind of information about it. Then we're going to go over next page, which we have exercise number 7. All right, we have exercise number 7. Here we go. Exercise number 7. Let me just go ahead and write this because I need all of you to have this information at home. What's going on here? What's going on here? Can I move the screen like? I think I got lost. Like that? Can I move it? Oh, here with 2 fingers. All right. I think I'm very far from that place. All right. Here we go. There it is. There we are. I think I got a little lost. Wait. Why it doesn't want me to write? Oh, probably for this. Okay, cool. All right, exercise number 7. Exercise number 7, right? exercise 7, conversation. I know, guys, you know conversation, right? You know what I tell you about the conversation. We have in the middle of a very hard moment. So I recommend all of you guys to stay safe at home and practice from your houses. If you have friends, you can just write them on WhatsApp. You can make a phone call with them or a video call. That would be perfect, because this time, right, it's not for all of us to get together and like practice with this kind of exercises. I recommend all of you to stay safe at home and practice from your houses. Call your friends, tell them that you need to practice, you want practice, and then if you have new vocabulary, remember what you gotta do with the new vocabulary. All right. Also, I am going to be correcting your homeworks on Edmodo, right? So there is no problem if you send the videos to Edmodo or you send it to my WhatsApp. That will be okay. Whatever of both choices you want, right? You can send it to Edmodo or you can send it to my WhatsApp, and then I'll be correcting them, and I'll be giving extra points of participation. Extra points, right? For participation. Something very important, because we're on the middle of a very hard situation, so we're not getting together in the classrooms. So that's a very good form for all of us to practice from home. So here we go. The most important part of this class, exercise number 8. Exercise number 8, the grammar focus. Grammar focus. Now, in this grammar focus, we're going to be working with modal verbs can and should. All right, we're going to be working with can and should. Can and should. Now, if you listen to the pronunciation, the L is mute. All right, this L right here is mute. I am going to put the L on a different color for you to notice that I do not pronounce the L. So the pronunciation is should. All right, can and should. So we're going to be working with some examples we have in the book right here, and I want all of you to be to pay very much attention to this explanation. It's not really difficult. It's something that is completely easy to remember, and it's easy to practice from your houses. What can I do in Mexico? Oh my gosh, I think I am misusing this keyboard. In Mexico City, right? Oh my gosh. What can I do in Mexico City? We have a question here, right? What can I do in Mexico City? Now, if you pay attention here, I am using modal verb can, right? When we use modal verb can, it's because this question, it's very formal. Let me put it in here, right? It's formal. This question is formal. What can I do in Mexico City? Then we give like a different perception, like a different connotation when we use can, because when we use can, we are asking like what options I have in Mexico. All right, so I'll put another information here for all of you to get this information a little more clear, or clearer in this case, right? What can I do in Mexico? You're asking what options you have, right? What options you have? What options you have? Different to should. All right, when we use should, I am going to explain it in a couple of minutes, so pay attention. Let me finish explaining here the answers for modal verb can. All right, let me go ahead and write here modal verb, because This is also good information. Modal verbs, can and should, something that you need to remember, right? You need to remember. Underlined, and this other one underlined as well. All right, here we go. We have two different answers for this question. Number one answer, you can say you can, of course, right? You need to use uppercase. You can walk around. You can walk around the historic center, right? You can walk around the historic center. Now, when you use as an answer can, right, you're showing ability, and that's something that you need to remember. All right, we are expressing, right, expressing ability. That's what we are expressing in here when we say you can walk around historic center. And then the other answer you have here is you can't, right? Now pay attention, because we have a negative connotation in here, right? You can't, but then we say miss, right? You can't miss. So when we use this expression, you can't miss, it's to say something. You know what we're saying with this expression? You can't miss it. And then we use like let me finish this idea so you can have a better information about this example. All right, you can't miss the street food. You can't miss the street food. Okay, so when we use this expression right here, and I want all of you to pay attention to it, all right? When you say you can't miss the street food, is because that place, it's very important in Mexico City. And if you don't go to that place in Mexico, people is going to say, oh man, you went to Mexico and you didn't go to the street food. You understand what I'm saying? People is not going to believe that you went to Mexico and you didn't go to that place. So when you say you can't miss the street food, that person is telling you, is giving you an advice that you need to go to that place. Like that place is very important for you to visit if you are in Mexico City. The same idea with should. All right, let's go with should now. We have one question here. What should I see there? Oh, you see, I changed these things. What should I see? What should I see there? All right. So then let me just, right, there you go. What should I see there? And then question mark. What should I see there? We use should, all right? And then should, it's going to give you the idea that question, when you ask what should I see there, it's because you really need to go to that place and see that recommendation. All right, you need to see that recommendation all by yourself. It's not something that you are going to say, okay, I am going to go to for example Neiva, but I am not going to Las Marias. It's something that is unbelievable. How can you go to Neiva and not go to Las Marias? That's something out of place. So when you ask what should I see there, you're asking for like a personal opinion of the person to give you a recommendation of a place. Basically, that's what you want, that the other person tells you, like based on the probably personal experience, telling you, right, yo man, you need to see, or you should see, or you should go etc., etc. All right, we're going to see that right now, so stay there with me. All right, there you have example. You should, here we go, you should visit the National Museum of Anthropology. Where did I go? When? Anthropology. Let me cut here and paste. All right. You see? Then we have this information. Question: what should I see there? Right? You should visit the National Museum of Anthropology. When someone asks you, or when you're going to give this kind of information, it's because you're telling that other person that that place, it's a very important part of the city, right? So that's the form we use. Now, pay attention here. I said that when we use modal verb can, right? When we use modal verb can here, right? It's formal, right? It's a formal form to ask a question. But then when you ask should gives a more for like a very formal form to ask a question, all right? So this is very formal, and then the other one, it's just formal. So what should I see there, right? You're asking again, you're asking for a personal opinion, what places you can visit when you go to that place. So you say you should visit the National Museum of Anthropology. Again, when you say should, you're expressing one emotion that is going to connect with the other person, and the other person, when they listen, oh my gosh, I should visit the museum. So I'll go to Mexico, but at the same time I need to visit that place. And then the other example you have here, it's you shouldn't, and this form gives the same connotation I told you with the can't miss it. All right, you shouldn't miss the Diego Rivera murals. It looks like he was a painter or something like that, all right? Yeah, he was an artist. So you shouldn't miss the Diego Rivera murals. Let me put it with miss, all right? When you say shouldn't miss, again, this expression is because it's very important to visit that place before you leave that place, right? It's, again, the same idea. I am telling you to visit Neiva, but then if you visit Neiva, you should visit Las Marias, because Las Marias is part of Neiva. If you don't go to Las Marias, basically you can say you didn't go to Neiva, all right? So that's the idea that we want to share with the person we are talking to. Now, what I want you to do, guys, I want you to do something very important with this exercise, and that is to complete. Let me just go ahead, and you're going to complete the exercises, right? Part, oh my gosh, where is it? I think I got lost. Or part A, right? You're going to complete part A and part B as well. Part B as well. Guys, if you don't have these exercises, you can write me on the comments. The rest of you that are watching from like out of the program, the English immersion program, you can just go ahead and ask me on the comments. If you don't have this book, I can send you the PDF book, all right? And you can just start practicing with us using the same book. It's very easy to get this book, so just write me that you want this book and I can send it to you on PDF version. Guys, this is all for today. Remember, we worked with two modal verbs. We use can and should. Remember, can, it's a formal form to ask a question about a place, and should is more formal. When you say something with can, you have options. You can go, or you can just omit that comment. But then when we use should, I am expressing something with more energy, like, yo man, you should visit or you should go to this place. But then when you say you can visit the palace, that's having you other options. Like, if you have a better option, go to that other place. But if not, you can just go and visit the I don't know, whatever, that place. Again, can gives a strong formality, but should gives a more like very an idea that is complete of formality, giving you the option of saying something that you need to listen. All right, can, you have option, you can go or you can't go. But then when you say you can't miss it, remember, when you say you can't miss it, is because I am giving you my word. If you go to that place, you won't regret it. All right, again, right, let me write it down here for you to have this information. Right, when you say you can miss it, right, when you say you can miss it, pay attention. All right, you can't miss it is because you really need to go to that place, right? You really need to visit that place. And then when you say you, oh my gosh, you shouldn't, right? You shouldn't miss it, is because I am basically expressing the same idea. You really need to visit that place, right? So again, this is formal. I am having problems with this laptop, believe me, right? Formal. And then this other one, it's very formal, right? This other one is very formal. And there you go. That's it. Basically, that's the information you need. Thank you guys for watching this video. Remember, leave your comments below. If you have further questions, I am always there to answer all of them. Remember to subscribe to the channel. And if you have friends that they are studying English and they want to practice with the Interchange book, tell them to visit this channel and watch some other videos. Guys, thank you very much, and I will see you in another class. Bye.